Hello everyone, I'm Joram from Closers World. I want to give you 7 critical steps that you have to follow while you're doing your presentation or you're pitching to your prospects. These 7 steps are key. They're very, very important. Please, you can take some notes. Number one is establishing rapport. Uh, Rapport is very, very important. You have to create a relationship. Without creating a relationship between you and your prospect, uh, 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 getting a sale will be very difficult. Getting a sale will be very difficult. Selling in the current days, you have to create relationship between you and your prospect. Just don't go out there full of yourself. All you want is money. All you want is them to buy and forget about it. They'll notice that and they won't buy. So first create rapport, and ways of creating rapport is uh, talking about how their days how their day is coming along, talking about their family. Uh, Ask them, appreciate if they have a beautiful dress, a beautiful coat, or a nice shoes. Appreciate their hair. You see, that will make them smile, and when they smile, they'll feel comfortable speaking to you. They'll open up. That's how you create rapport. And be keen on whatever they say. If they talk about somebody in the hospital, if they talk about the bad day, try to dwell on that a little bit to show them that you care. And you should really show that you care, because with that you'll be able to raise emotions. And when you raise those emotions will help you close the sale, will bring the prospect close to you. Okay, that is number one, establishing rapport. Number two, find need or their pain. Find need or their pain. You need to find their pain. What are they struggling with that your product or service can sort out? What is their pain? And if you are having trouble to get their pain by asking them, uh, create mental pictures in relation to your product or service. You see, mental pictures is very important. Take your product or service and whatever benefit they have, if the prospect use it in their homes or in their daily lives, create a mental picture using that scenario and emphasize on the benefits. That's how you create mental picture, and the prospect will love it. Okay, find need or pain. That's how you find need or pain. Step number three is build value. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to have at least 5 values of your product or service. Five. Have 5 values. At least five. And then with 5 values, this is very critical. Ensure that every time you answer an objections, which is another point, you put in a value or a benefit of your product or service. Prospects will only buy if they see value. They just don't buy for the sake of it. They must see value. All right. Another point, another step is create desire. Create desire. Make them want your product or service. How do you create desire? You create desire by using tonality. One, the tone of your voice. Two, very critical, by being a good storyteller. Tell them about clients who are currently enjoying your product or service. You must be a good storyteller because clients love to buy things that are used by human beings like them. Tell them somebody is enjoying the product or service. Do you know why people buy clothes? People buy clothes, especially this happens mostly with ladies. They see a colleague putting on a nice dress. They ask, "Where did you buy this?" "Oh, I bought it down the street." "Please tell me, give me the contacts of that shop." They want to buy because they've seen a fellow lady putting on a nice dress and nice shoes. It applies with gentlemen as well. All right. So ensure you ensure you are using stories in this step to create desire. Create desire by giving them nice stories about the clients already enjoying your product or service. Step number 5, overcome objections. Overcome objections. This is where I have issues with most companies. Put your reps on training on how to handle objections. Objections such as "I'm not interested." Objections such as "I'll call you back." Objections such as "I'm going to consult." Objections such as uh, 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 "Please call me later." Objections such as "You're too expensive." Objections, "I'm not interested." Name them. All these kind of objections. Your rep are struggling with them, but you don't know. You are pushing your reps. You are pushing your agents to give you sales, but you don't give them training. The only training you give them is product knowledge, and you expect them to give you numbers. You won't get numbers. I bet you won't get numbers. You'll be gambling, and in business you don't gamble. In business you need facts. Have you asked your reps the objections they're struggling with? Go ask them today. Go ask them. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how those people are suffering. Suffering with objections, something that can be sorted out by attending a seminar, by giving them training. Objections, objections, objections. If only your reps can master these objections, your revenue will increase by 40%. Guaranteed. 40%. Your sales will increase by 40%. Your reps will be happy, you'll be happy, everybody will be happy in your organization. And if you're a business owner, you're sole proprietor, or you have a shop, or you're a businesswoman out there who's interacting with clients one on one, you need to train. You need training. You need training. You're done if you're not training. The only way to win is to train. The only way to win is to train. Okay? Step number 6 is close the sale. The simplest way of closing the sale is ask them to buy. Ask them to buy. Don't leave any prospect you encounter, or you should not let any presentation, you should not finish up any presentation without asking for the sale, without asking them to buy. Don't, don't. It's a taboo. Ask them to buy. That's the simplest rule for sales. Ask them to buy. Always, always. Remember that. Always, always ask them to buy. You can write that down and underline it. Step number 7, follow up. Most people don't know how to follow up. Follow up is very critical. They told you to call them tomorrow. You don't call. You call them a day after tomorrow. Follow up is critical. And follow up does not mean only when you're pursuing the sale. Follow up your clients. How are they doing? It creates credibility. They'll want to associate with you. They won't go to your competitor. After every 2 weeks, you can send them gifts. That's follow up. Follow up is critical. You've been given a referral by a friend or by a client. How do you follow up? How do you introduce yourself? You simply say, I'm Joram from Closer's World. Uh, I've been given your number by Mary that you are interested in our product or service. That's how you do your follow ups. When do you want us to start this? Ensure you are top notch on follow ups. So, training is very important. When you want more of this of these trainings, when you want us to break the follow up down for you, you want us to break down the objections for you, reach us as Closers World. You're on Facebook, Closers World. Send us an email, closersworldkenya@gmail.com. We'll be so happy to help you. We want to help you. Training is very important. Training. If you train your employees, if you train yourself on how to handle objections, on how to do your follow-ups, on how to get past the gatekeeper, on how to do your presentation, on how to make your calls, your revenue will start going up. Your team will have confidence. They will have energy. They'll know what to ask the prospect. They'll know how to answer those questions, those objections the prospects uh, bring forth. Get in touch with us and we'll help you increase your revenue. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice time. Bye bye.